How do we train to become really good at defense in chess? Well, I'm going to show you four different websites. From those, I only use two with my students, myself. I'm going to explain how to use them, and then we're going to do some training together. Now, as you should know by now, in chess is way more difficult to defend than it is to attack. That's why I always tell my students, try to always fight for the initiative, try to be on the offensive. Now, let me show you first chess.com. What kind of training do we do here? Well, you could go to puzzles, custom, and then under the different themes, you pick defense, and then you play around with the rating range that you like. Once you click on start, they're going to give you exercises where you are in an uncomfortable position, you're being attacked, and not only do you have to find a way to defend well, but you got to make sure that you end up in a position where you are ahead. I'm going to come back to chess.com to do a few together, but then you can also do it on Lichess, and on Lichess you just go to learn. No, actually, you go to puzzles, and then let's say you click on puzzle dashboard. Over here, you have it by themes. Now you got to scroll down a little bit, and under motives or advanced, I think it's advanced. Yeah, right here you have defensive move. You click on it, and it's the same thing, right? Now you could also do it on chess tempo. If you go to chess tempo, which is something that we've talked about before, we've talked about the blitz set, but if you go to training chess tactics and then you change the set to themes, tactical motives, and then you look for D, you're going to find defensive moves. And then you could change here easy, medium, hard. You click on start, and I should have clicked abandon, but you're going to get your exercises as well. Now, from these three, chess.com, Lichess, chess tempo, you can pick one, stick to that one, and then I combine whatever you picked, I combine it with step chess. Now, what I like about step chess is that once you go to tactics and you look for defense, not only can you do your exercises, like you have the different ideas and resources, but then you have this control work of the different levels, right? And then for those of you who haven't done it yet, we have a video on this website. Basically, they're going to give you 10 exercises, 30 seconds per exercise. And then this is going to train your brain not only to find the right defensive move, but to find it quickly. Like right here, I got to defend against this. Maybe bishop e6, maybe knight e4. Well, I got 20 seconds left now to decide it. You get 10, then you could go on to the next control work, and so on. So you get not only the resources, but the quick thinking as well. Now, I believe this is just bishop e6, right? There you go. We got it correct, and then you can go on and do more. Now, before we go back to chess.com to do a few together, I always tell you, in chess, whenever you are attacking, the best move is, usually it is a beautiful move, right? When you're defending, the best move is typically an ugly move. It's not as exciting. We don't train it as much. So make sure that you make it part of your training. Of course, at the beginning, we have to focus on checkmates and being aggressive and attacking. But then in due time, you gotta bring it incorporated to your training plan. Now back here on chess.com, I'm going to click on start. We have the first exercise is black pieces to move. And the first question that I ask myself is, what is the main threat that I have to be careful with? Well, I think it's queen e8, so I have to be careful with that. Also, I like to count the material. So far, queen, queen, they have two minor pieces. I have two minor pieces, one rook, one rook. So right now, I'm down a rook. So that means that even if I get a rook, I might just not be ahead in the game, right? But this has to be a move that comes to mind. It's a check. It's a free rook. It comes with check. And then I see what I do about my rook. Now, I also see there's a little detail here. Okay, so I think it has to do with this knight f6. It has to do with this knight f6. Now, the question is, should I take first, or should I play the defensive move, defense, by playing knight f6? If I go knight f6, Queen has to move. Let's say it goes to, I don't know, to b5. And then I might just take on f1 instead of taking on d1. Taking on d1 is just a rook. Here, it's going to be a queen. I get both rooks for that pawn. So definitely this is the defensive move. Give me the queen, and the fork is still in place. And then let's do one more. We are once more in check. We got to find the right square for the rook. I don't know about you, but I've been here myself many times in real games, and I mess it up, especially if I am under time pressure. So king f8 or king f6, we have nothing more. We have nothing. Oh, actually, we have king e8. Sorry, but we cannot take the rook. So which one is going to keep me away from checks? King e8. I don't think they have any checks. Yeah, it has to be king e8. And then I'm threatening not only the discovery on the king, but even queen e3. That's it. Give me that. And it sounds simple, but again, under time pressure, we can easily mess that up. All right, let me see. Here we are about to get in trouble. How can we defend? How can we end up ahead? Queen a1, queen a5. These are ideas that we have in mind. Knight g5 is coming. Well, I think the most important thing here to highlight is that I am up a lot of material. So two rooks, queen, queen, two minor pieces, two minor pieces. Well, I'm up a bishop, right? I just need to survive this attack. So it's probably check, check, and then queen f5. If you take, I take back. Yes, all of this we have to consider. So queen f8, that way we control everything. And that's the end of it. Now, again, just do as many as possible. Make it part of your training. Also, I wanted to take a moment to remind you to go over lesson 214. We talk about 9 main things to keep in mind when you're defending, when you're in a difficult position. That, along with consistent practice with these exercises, that along with the timed quizzes, control work, that's going to give you what we need, right? So have fun. Let me know in the comments if you have any other resources that you'd like to share with us. If you tried these, let me know how you find them. And with that said, I will see you in our next lesson.